Kicked out at some point, but until then, I'm here. Yeah, John was very sweet. He said,
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. How are you?
Fine.
Hi. Hi, how are you doing? And stay warm.
Warm and dry.
Yeah, boy, that's a challenge.
Get this on.
Yeah, man.
There we go. Somebody call and wake John up.
Everybody sit. You choose what my host. See right now we need a coat rack.
Grace.
Hmm.
So that went great.
Well,
Get it off. Get up and over it about it.
good afternoon. Good afternoon. Meeting called to order. We stand, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for February 2nd? I'm sorry, my glasses on. Approve minutes for February and March interviews.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes for February and March meetings. Second.
Made the motion. They made the motion. And, Margaret second.
Margaret second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve February and March meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I've got one. So the February and March meetings were interviews.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we could get those signed, John is on his way.
Okay. All right. So now, what is on the agenda for the meeting? Mr. For
First, let's welcome Miss Iris Robertson as our deputy director. We appreciate y'all efforts and we appreciate what she is doing. She's up and running, doing very well. She's working very well with the staff and she's learning very quickly. Might be too quickly, but it's just kidding. I think that's John coming in and doing that. I would like John to be here when we start this meeting, but our vote has to be unanimous. While he is on his way, let me cover this sheet right here with y'all.
Okay.
This one right here. This in your packet. Okay. This is the candidate fee and schedule for municipal elections. The filing period will begin July 7th. And run through July 17th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it ends July 18th, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And that will be for all the municipals that will be running in 2025. That'll be the Rocky Mount election and the November election. You can see October 7th, since 2025 municipal elections, there are 2 city council persons that are running wards 2 and 3. No marriage running. And then for the November elections, we have 3 commissioners, Canita. Macclesfield has a mayor and 2 commissioners. Hines House has 2 commissioners. Smithfield has a mayor and 2 commissioners, Ward 3 and 4. And Sharpsburg has a mayor and 2 commissioners. And Talbot has a mayor and 4 town council persons, Ward 1, 3, 5, and 7. Whitaker's has 3 commissioners running. And those will be the filing periods and those that could file for the month of, for the year of 2025.
Okay.
Information that y'all do not have, I just ran out some numbers that John would be here by now. Ward 3 for Rocky Mount, has 2,856 votes. I thought I'd let y'all know that. And Ward 2, Rocky Mount, has 3,020 voters. Those persons that those wards represent, and Ward 2 would be, I think Richard, Ward 2 would be Reuben Blackwell.
Right.
And Ward 3 would be Richard Joyner. They are presently in their seats. Just, y'all know that. Okay. Okay. Any questions about anything I've covered thus far?
No.
Okay, additional information that I have to share with y'all, that I did not want this meeting to be a long meeting. As it stands right now, the state auditor is, still in charge of the election for the state of North Carolina. And the appointments, as far as we know, will, for the boards, will be June the 24th. Okay. The auditor will have names, or the state board will have names of the 4 board members. And the auditor will make his appointment for the chair at that time. Okay, that's the information that we have. If that's like in.
Do you have who swearing in will be?
We would swear y'all in the month of July. So we'll probably have, because normally we would do 5 o'clock, but we'll probably do that swearing in at 12 o'clock, but we done in times fast. And I think we don't require that information. But I have more information with that for y'all in next month. Then we would appoint the committee chairs, for the chairpersons for the county will be done in August. The appointments for that will be done in August, which will be for the chief judge, and then the Democratic and Republican judge. Okay, so we'll be going through that in reference to that. What I do ask is that we continue to work with our party chairs the best we can for appointment names, because we're gonna have to submit names from what the party gives us to submit. If they do not give us enough names, then we would have to come up with our own names based on what we've done in the past. That's what we've always done, okay? All right. Okay. So here we're going to work. So. No, I was just talking to him. He's coming here right now. Oh, okay, good. Okay, thank you.
There he is.
It's so many things to do. Hey.
Y'all have a sheet.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Okay. You need any pen size?
Thank
Did you get one?
John, can I slide that to you?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, the purpose for the meeting today is for us to set up our early vote sites for the upcoming election. We do know that Rocky Mount, our election will be in the month of October the 7th. And our proposal here is that we would have an early vote site here in this office here. So September 18th to October the 3rd, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That'll give everybody an opportunity to 12. That limit their hours to come here to vote that period of time. Then that Saturday, October 4th, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., which is required by law. That is the hours that are required by law, the Saturday hours. Okay? The early vote site we're proposing is that we would do September the 29th, which is the last full week in the election cycle, to October the 3rd, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then that last Saturday, of course, again, required by law, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Any questions about that? Any thoughts? What's your thoughts about that?
Why did Rocky Mount decide to get started at 11 o'clock?
No, they're not deciding. Did you decide?
Or-
That they're not deciding. This board is deciding that.
Oh, okay.
Right. And reason being is because of activity in terms of voting. There's not a mayor race running. Maybe some controversy going on. That's what's really drawing people out. But we have 2 wards on the Edgecombe County side. And with that information in there, we feel like that may be a sufficient number of hours.
Does that kind of correspond with Rocky Mount?
Nash County,
Okay.
you mean Nash?
Yeah, no.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to do it as fair as possible. Not one county have more or less hours than the other. Nash has already voted on theirs. Okay, any other thoughts?
None.
No, I remember when you said it, I'm good.
Okay. In the event of a runoff, which Rocky Mount is the only municipality that has the opportunity for a runoff. In the event of a runoff, we need to go on and implement that in this plan. So you don't have to come back, because you still got to notice it and everything. So we would already have noticed it here. Then we would have, in the event of a runoff, which is a very good possibility, if you have more than 2 candidates running for these offices, okay? We will have the early vote site here at this office from October 31, from October 18th to October 31, 9 a.m. to 5.
You got the 18th or the 16th?
16th, I'm sorry, that's 16th, I'm sorry, I was looking at my tricks. October 16th, October 31, 8 a.m. to 5, November 1, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then in the event, we will open up the social services for the early vote site in Rocky Mount, October 27th through the 31st, and November 1st, 8 a.m. 3, 11, 5.
Any indication that there might be anything like that?
What?
Runoff.
If you have more than 2 people run for either one of those wards,
Mm-hmm.
it's a great possibility they'll come out.
Good.
Yeah, great possibility. Yeah, say just 2, they have to have 51%, and if 3, it's gonna be very hard for one to get that many percentages in retrospect.
Hmm.
Okay,
Right.
all right. So we'll move on down to, November election. If y'all can see that the early vote site for November election, there is a mayor running in Tarboro, which, you know, the largest population in November for, an election in November. And we're proposing to have that site here in this office on, this 4th floor, October 16th through November 1. 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and November, the last Saturday, 8 to 3.
I didn't notice if there's any competition for the mayor, Palmer.
Ain't nobody fired yet.
Oh, okay.
It's the filing period don't start till, July 7th.
I haven't heard anything, so.
Well, I've heard something, but yeah, but I mean, ain't nothing to me, sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, ain't no rumor.
We don't want no rumors.
Yeah, so this, John, I gave everybody that sheet right there.
Right, I got.
Yeah, so that kind of tells you when the filing period starts,
Uh-huh.
at 7,
Right.
okay? All right. All right. All right, Dr. Armstrong.
Okay, any
How you doing?
additions? Because you're finished,
Yes, ma'am.
does any board member have comments on
On this.
this or anything?
No, I'm sorry, I just got back into town.
We didn't miss nothing but a few things, you know, but we couldn't vote on this today unless we have a unanimous board.
I wanted to rush back and be here.
Has
so.
no, but we appreciate that.
Okay. Does any board member have any comments, questions, comments? Is that a yes or a no?
No.
Okay. That being said, the meeting is adjourned.
The man, you got to approve the plan.
Oh,
You got
please.
to have a nice.
No,
You have to approve
You
or
can-
deny it. How about that?
look, excuse me, I'm in such a big hurry to go home. I
I was
haven't
gonna
had
say,
my
you need it all.
dinner. I haven't had my dinner yet. Okay, I get a motion to, approve the early voting site.
I make a motion, we approve the early voting sites for Nash County
No, ma'am.
and
For Rocky Mountain.
I'm sorry, Faith. This is only Edgecombe, okay? This is only Edgecombe.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let me start over. I make a motion, we approve the early voting sites for Edgecombe County for the October and November elections. All right.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the early voting site for Edgecombe County as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the, early voting sites stand approved as presented. Okay.
All right. Other than the next upcoming appointments, that's all I have, y'all. So I entertain a motion for adjournment, just what y'all want to do.
Well, you know that's what I wanted to do.
And I can't do
I'm trying to get home to dinner.
Well, I make a motion here, John.
Why not? Second.
okay? Okay.
Adjourn, dismiss.
Vote on, you vote on.
Think I'm
You vote on.
We got to vote on.
All is, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay.
I don't want to be contrary.
Mhm.
Mm. That's the vote.
Well, you already should have told me that, and I wouldn't say it about it.
You don't